just do the right thing for yourself. It isn't even for anybody else, because 30 years of that same decision making, and you're gonna have issues. Good morning, guys. Let's see what the old weight is this morning. I feel like, I don't know, 181.8 is a new record. I did feel light. This is what it's kind of looking like at 181. All right, what's up, guys? Warm up with some leg extensions here. Last week, I don't know what I did to kind of tweak my leg a little bit. So kind of today for legs, I'm just gonna take it a little bit calmer so that I can avoid that. So instead of doing 45, I'm probably gonna put 25 on each side and see how that feels, and then move up from there. I saw something, and in fact, somebody yesterday was talking to me about stuff. They were talking to me about being an ambassador or something like that. I get a thing on Facebook that's like, apply for an ambassador for like some random thing. It made me realize like how many people out there use that as a marketing strategy. It's like, we're not even going to reach out to people. We're gonna just have an application-based system that people reach out to us, and we generally approve all of them. We give them some sort of code that's 20% off. Essentially, they get a discount on our products, and the people that use that code get a discount on the products. And the problem is that I'm sure that the product themselves, that's scaled in the price. So essentially, they're just having these people market for free. It's kind of just a crazy concept. It makes me realize like what purpose that actually serving. You know, the business obviously is getting a win, but I'm really focused on like, because I've noticed that like if I'm lifting up and my core and lower back is not like down to the seat, then I'm like lifting it with different muscles than I should be. So it's more so like being in this proper stance and then lifting with the legs. And as corny as it sounds, this machine has a seat belt on it, and I've found no matter what weight you're doing, if you put this seat belt on and you cinch this thing all the way down, you can't lift. Like my hip flexors and stuff can try to assist in lifting, but they can only go up so far, and then so they can't fully help, if that makes sense. So it's just one thing I've noticed with trying to do the leg extensions, to be able to focus on keeping it in the quads and not using all the auxiliary stuff. I'm doing 5 exercises, but I'm gonna do a 6 because of calves is gonna be a separate exercise that doesn't count towards my legs exercise. I get that it's a leg movement, but if I do 2 quad, 2 hamstring, and then calf, it's kind of like on arms, how it's 3 and 3 on tricep, bicep. For this, for legs, it's gonna be 3. Generally, I do like 3 quad-oriented movements, quad glute, and then like 2 hamstring, or 3 I was before. So what we'll do is 5 exercises, and then a 6th one for the calves. All right, I'm gonna do hack squats. Now, I thought I saw a weird, like, varicose veiny type thing. We'll probably move up in those. I think it's just 45. Yeah, we'll move up a little bit. So, I tried a different placement on the inside of my head there, where it's not my peripheral. Might work better, because when I was talking before and it was on my thing, I kept feeling like hitting my neck, and I feel like that would be like rubbing, causing you guys to have like, to hear that rubbing. So yeah. Kind of felt my knee be weird there. Like I said, I'm just trying to take it easy on it. That really shouldn't be effective. It's the same side as the ankle that I hurt back in May, but I don't think that it's necessarily related. I feel it being a little bit sore, but that's also why I put a 10 on each side to go up in the weight, not to do anything crazy. I wanted to do the 25s and stuff, but sometimes it's smarter, not harder. I guess that's just the way of the road, you know? So what is this right here? All right, on to the next. The old angled leg press, you know? This is pretty light what I have on here right now. So I'm just gonna kind of see how it feels. It's not heavy by any means, but I definitely feel it in my knee. I'm gonna take a guess and say that whatever I was doing on this last week is what probably did it. When I woke up, I weighing 181 as of this morning. Kind of crazy to think about, because it's been, I think we're in the 60s for this like 75 hard thing. So for those days, I've been very strict with my diet, and it just kind of shows that if you can stick to something like this for the 75 days, whatever you got coming up, there should be no excuse that you can't achieve it. Being in the military, one of the things we have to do is meet PT test standards, height weight standards, and it always blew my mind that people who would fail height weight. We do it twice a year, and it's pre-scheduled out. So you generally know that in this month and then in that month, you're gonna have to do height weight. So if you just spend the time to invest in good decision making, then there should be no reason you fail it. And the fact that you fail it repeatedly and you can't ever meet height weight, that kind of just blows my mind, because it's like, forget the Army standard, forget the Air Force standard, forget any military standard. What about your standard? Is your standard of living for yourself so unconcerned with your own health that you can't even, it's like I tell people, I'm like, I don't care what you eat, just follow the calories. If you're only allowed so many calories a day, only eat those so many calories. It's gluttony and the overeating that causes the issue. It's the people who don't have the self-control to only eat one Little Caesars pizza and they ate 3. Whatever, right? Absurd example, but the point is, like, you just can't have that self-control to be able to just do the right thing for yourself. It isn't even for anybody else, because 30 years of that same decision making, and you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have CHF, you're gonna have diabetes, you're gonna have some sort of issue that modern day people have because of your decision making when it came to eating habits. And it seems like such an easy answer to just make the right decision. The right decision is always the hardest, I guess. The point of what I'm saying with that is that, like, seeing myself at this weight, when I obviously have weighed this before, but just seeing myself at this weight, when originally my goal was 184, and then my next goal was at a super low body fat percentage. We've already reached the goal of 184, mainly because that's like the Army height weight standard, or probably most military branches. Yeah, I guess I can't get too concerned with people who don't make those decisions, because then it makes someone like me who chooses to make those decisions, or somebody like you that chooses to make these healthy decisions, it makes you stand out. And then the unfortunate thing is you get told that you're on steroids, you're on this, that, the other, you do this or that. But really it just comes down to the simple day-to-day decisions that you make that make you stand out from the rest. So basically it's just like a standing hamstring curl. I guess it's just trying to keep, like I talked earlier, keep from using anything but the hamstring. I'm really focusing on just only using that hamstring. So at 25, it's just not too heavy. There's sometimes when I know that when I'm not focused on it properly, and I go to pull it up, and I'm like launching it into the air. That's because I'm probably using some other muscles that are giving me that extra strength with the auxiliary type muscles to lift this, instead of like actually focusing on only the hamstring lifting it. I definitely get a way better squeeze, I feel like, on the other hamstring machine. I think that went a little bit better. Not using the handles and bending over. I think when I bend over, I'm almost obligated, I feel like, to use some on my lower back versus being upright. Yeah, because when I'm stripping down, I'm not using any of those other, the core or the lower back. So that might be the play. Then move on to the last leg exercise for that calf. Those last couple definitely had some lower back usage. Has like 98 options on how to set it up on this machine here for sure. Headphones, how I miss you. My hamstrings are just so tight. Difficult thing with like legs. You obviously probably just need to take more time to stretch them out. With these calves, we're doing calves here. I'm trying to do 15 reps. If life wants to like give you something, right, it's gonna teach you a skill. So one of the things in reaching goals, it teaches you determination, teaches you this and that. But if I am meant to have this stuff, one of the things I have to learn, and I'm trying to think of a better way to phrase this, and in my head it is better than, but I just can't get it into words. But basically, part of this process is I have to learn the patience and the determination and the hard work before I can be rewarded for anything. That being said, if I want this to mean something to me, then those are the price you have to pay. Like when I was little, I watched the show Full Metal Alchemy, and the intro has like talk about the rule of equivalent exchange, or law of equivalent exchange, basically something along the lines of, for anything of value to be obtained, you first have to give something of equal or greater value. So time, whatever it is in your world, I'll know in myself when I deserve something, if that makes sense. So like a bigger house, a nicer house, or these different things, anything that you could imagine you'd want, I have a mental image in my head of the place I would be when I deserve that. And until I'm at that spot, I'll never allow myself to have those things, because I don't feel like I deserve them yet. I feel like I have to have went through the experiences and went through different things that are going to shape me into the person who's deserving of that asset. You have to be responsible in your decision making. So, all right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the car. done with the workout here. So, all right, in the car on the way home. So we did legs today, cardio-y, a little cardio-y. See if we do a cardio. Jesus, take the wheel. If we do a cardio style workout. Today didn't mess with my legs too much to where I'm feeling somewhat, rested. I'm going to be getting a couple things. I think I'm gonna do a little research here, maybe try some different stuff to order for this video I was gonna make. I think, trying to think what day I would like to make it post for. Probably, I guess if I order something for this idea and I put it on the, like for Amazon, I'm guessing that it's gonna be here towards the middle of the week, and then like I can do it Friday maybe. That seems like a fair day, and that probably is for the best. It probably works out the best. So any other things coming up? Obviously I talked about in the gym the weight coming down and kind of some of my feelings on that. I'm just hoping that the ideal leanness and stuff that I'm going for is going to come with the weight, because I don't want to just lose weight. I want to lose fat that remains on the body and preserve muscle. And obviously with my protein intake that I am intaking, hopefully that preservation, hopefully there shouldn't be, anything that's going to cause the muscles themselves to deteriorate, because like people want to be, when the people are viewing stuff, they want to be invested into whatever it is, right? It's like a TV show, right? Outside of that, I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.